Welcome back, guys. It's been a while since I did one of these video updates. Most of my updates have been more of documented, typed out analysis. But I feel that today's analysis requires a video, something that I'll need maybe to go into more in depth description, right? What we can see on gold now, we can see that gold is pretty much bottomed out despite news coming out from the Middle East. The U.S.-Iran conflict. We are seeing gold trading more in a sideways pattern right from early June right up till now. We are almost ending. We're in the last week of. We're entering into the last week of July. Last week of July, first week of August, 2026, and we see that for well over a month, gold has been kind of like sideways, not really breaking this this lowest point here, 39 39.40, and pretty much staying within this range of 42.05. We can also see that gold is forming what looks like an inverse. In fact, it has met all the conditions for the inverse head and shoulder. You can see the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder here. And if this trend line represents our neckline, you can see that that neckline has been broken, and price has come back to successfully retest that neckline. And from here, we'll expect price to go back up. That's looking at it from daily. But if we come down to the 4 hour time frame, this one thing I dislike about trading view. When you change your time frame, the whole thing messes up. Then you have to resize. Okay, I think maybe we can work with this. Okay, looking at it from 4 hours, we can still see our head and shoulders. Inverse head and shoulders is intact. But let's look at this zone here. We can see this rectangle zone here, which is kind of like the midpoint between our upper and lower channel. It sits pretty much in between, and we can see that most times that price gets to this zone, you can see it here, you can see it here. On the way down here, you can see that it it's it acts like a strong zone in the market. You can see here, and then on Friday as well, you can see that price rallied up, but when it got to that zone, there was a rejection. So that zone is also acting kind of like a resistance to the market currently, that bullish run that we expect. So looking at this, two possible scenarios in my mind. It can On Monday we can market can close. If it closes back into this region and breaks it, then we are good to go. I believe it will. The next target will be the 42.05 region, and successful break of that, then gold should be firmly on its way. Let me do it this way. Yeah. But looking at how the market closed on Friday, we're looking at it from the 4 hours. I might expect that price might try to target this trend line back again, might try to retest this trend line again. Where along the trend line it would stop and reverse, I can't say, but I think that is the most likely scenario we might see come market open on Monday. The most likely scenario I am looking at the moment is that market will come down back and retest this trend line before it finally starts shooting up. And well, You know, Donald Trump is and his antics. Anything can happen over the weekend. We can get news about maybe a peace deal being agreed, or we can get news about some more airstrikes being carried out, and maybe some high-profile people being taken out in the airstrikes, and that will might cause gold to tumble a lot much further. Um, for some time now, we noticed that gold really doesn't respect that much of technical analysis, especially when global global macro events are going on. Let me just yeah. I think this is better for the trend line. So there's even more possibility for gold to go down, maybe 39.91 before we see that pullback. But sorry, before we see that reversal and for gold to shoot back up. So yeah, that's just my outlook on gold for the um, going into next week. Should gold open higher, then definitely I think the next step for gold will be to target 42.05. But if it opens lower, then I'll be looking out for a rejection of this trend line, possibly around 39.99 or maybe lower, depending, and then gold will now shoot up. So as expected, patience is key. Manage your lot sizes. Do not trade too aggressively. Always know that there's always a chance for you to trade tomorrow. Tomorrow is another day to trade. Don't try and do everything today. Always leave room for tomorrow. Thank you very much, and I wish you guys a happy trading week. Yeah, and if you've watched to the end of this video, kindly like and subscribe, so that you can get more of our content. Thank you very much.